Chance Hall Farm, we've been very busy as usual. So we've had quite a lot of calves coming through the system. We've had quite a lot of problem with the weather. It's been quite cold and dismal, so we brought the pregnant heifers in. So we grazed our pregnant heifers and we brought them in a couple of months ago now because it just got too wet and gooey. Just yards flooded, no biggie, but yeah, we got a few floods here and there. We've just kind of coped really. Yeah, today's meeting, it's been excellent actually, because there's quite a lot of areas. When we rear the calves, it's probably our strong point is calf rearing, and we do really, really well on that. Then you kind of lose track a little bit. So as the heifers go through post-weaning and then they move to the other unit at about 5 to 6 months old, we kind of like start to lose a little bit of concentration. I'm a bit of a control freak and I kind of hand that over a bit. And then I'm not looking and monitoring as much, and I'm concentrating on calves a lot. So for somebody to come and really delve into the nitty-gritty of everything and pull apart the actual weight gains and what we're doing and the calving, you know, how quickly we're getting them in calf, and it's been fantastic. There's a few areas for us to tighten up on, which we kind of knew about, but it's really cemented that now. Also, we asked everybody to go around, obviously look at the good points, but find the sort of negativities there, or the improvements we could make, which we found. Luckily, they were the ones we knew about that are already on Tom's job list. So now that's just really cemented it on Tom's job list. So the threat is now they're all going to come back next year. So those jobs have got to be done, which is brilliant. Gives me a bit more power, which I like. So we're going to get that sorted out. And it just makes, if you look at these things and you fix them and improve them, we're already doing really, really well. So to now really tighten things up, we don't feel as threatened by the volatility in the milk price. It's a scary thing when the milk price moves, and sometimes we're really not in control of any of that. But if we can do everything really, really well, we won't be as vulnerable. And it might be that it's money that you don't actually see because you're not physically getting it in cash or as a cheque, but it's there in the background. There's a group where we move, it's what we call the race shed. So from there, we get them to weight at age and move them into the bulling shed. And they're probably taking like a little bit of a check there. So there's a few things we need more lighting in there. It's a shed between two other sheds. So the unit was originally a unit we milked on, which we've stopped milking there, moved the cows to home, and turn this into a heifer unit. So it was things like it's a bit of a dull area, so we could improve some lighting. We definitely need to improve the food trough. So the feed trough there, it's a bit too big for them, and sometimes they get in it. And you know, do we make adaptations, which we've been looking at? Personally, I just want to rip the whole thing out and start again, which was the consensus of the group really, which is great. So Tom's not got a chance now; it's getting ripped out. And then also probably might be just a little bit stale in there sometimes. So in summer it could get quite hot in there because it is a middle shed. So things like I have an air tunnel at home in the calf pen. So, you know, I'm looking at putting something in there like that.